Hey everyone. I was asked by two big women on a couch if you check out, you could check them out on YouTube, and I believe that they're on Twitter and Facebook. It's about big women, it's a community of big women, and I was asked to be a contributor to their blog. So I'm like really so honored to do that. And so I just want to say hello, everyone out there from Two Big Women on the Couch community. They're just starting out, and I encourage if you're a big woman to join. It's about affirming big women. So I guess I want to introduce myself a little. My name is Charlene, and I've always struggled with weight. After I had my tonsils taken out at 4, before 4 you couldn't get me to eat. I just wouldn't eat. After that, though, I had my tonsils taken out, and I was introduced to ice cream and Jello and sweets, and I just was getting bigger and bigger, and I didn't level out till I was a teenager. And in fact, I used to starve myself to stay skinny. People would complain. Let me tell you something, ladies. People would complain, family and friends, that I was too fat. I think I was like 125 pounds and 5 foot 6. And they would complain that I was too fat. So I starved myself and I became a toothpick. And then everyone complained that I looked awful. So, ladies, don't go by what people tell you. With each child that I had my first child at 17, I just gained like 50 pounds each time. And in order to lose it, I would have to starve myself. I've had 3 children. By the time I had my third, I was 30 years old. And I went up to 233 pounds, and I did not lose, like, I lost half a pound after my son was born. And I just kept teeter-tottering between 230 and 250. Um, and when I moved here to North Carolina, I was just so depressed. I mean, New York City is a very fast-paced, hectic life. When I moved to North Carolina, very, very different way of living. Really not nothing to do, nowhere to go, no friends, no family, and I basically, comfort food was my thing. I think I did everything to fill the emptiness inside of me. And so I went up to 300 pounds, and I just decided this is it. My doctor's telling me you're already like, I think I was like 35 by that time. And they said in another 5, 10 years, I was not going to be able to lose any weight, that if I wanted to get skinny, I had to do it now. So they were on my case about it. And I just went on this, I don't like calling it a diet, but just eating healthier. I walked. That's my thing. I'm not an athletic person. I walked a lot. And so from 300, I went down to 237. My goal was to get down to like 200. I didn't want to try to force myself to get any smaller than that. I was already 35. I've had 3 kids. I mean, if I could go down to 150, I would have been happy with that. But my goal was to get down to 200. And a couple of things had happened. We moved where I was before. We had a fitness center where I was before, and I came. We moved to a bigger apartment and no fitness center. We also had a greenway walkway before. Didn't have that. It became a little bit harder to keep up with the exercise or just the activity. I used to, I'm not a good swimmer, I'm not athletic, but I used to go into the pool and walk back and forth in the pool. That's about the only activity I could do when I moved to this new apartment, and I just started slowly, little by little, gaining the weight back. And then I got into a car accident. I gained about maybe half the weight back. When I got into the car accident, I was hit from the rear. My car went spinning. I was all bruised up from the accident, and 2 weeks later, the pain was. I mean, I went to the hospital. They said everything was fine, but 2 weeks later, I was in so much pain in my back, and I went to a chiropractor, and they took an X-ray of my back. My spine went this way, like a question mark. I went through 4 months of therapy and chiropractic care, and I had developed, I mean, I did all the works with the medical, all these testing. I developed arthritis in my back. I had deteriorating discs. I had bulging discs in my back. After all was said and done, they took the second picture. My arthritis had gotten worse, and my bones were growing like hooks, where the two places where the curve had occurred in those two spots, the trauma. My neck just, and eventually it went all the way down to my coccyx. The doctors, all they do, this is what the doctors say. They throw painkillers at me. At least this is in North Carolina. They threw painkillers at me and said, you'll feel better if you lose weight. Here's painkillers, go exercise. Painkillers, what does that do? It doesn't take away the pain. It makes you fall asleep. How are you going to exercise? And I was in so much pain. It wasn't going to happen, ladies. I went over 300 pounds, about 350 right now. What it is what it is. And, I was all depressed about it, going in and out of the hospital. And when I looked in the mirror, I saw a monster. Then my second child, she was a late bloomer. When she turned about 16, she wanted to get into makeup. And so before that, I wore Revlon and Mary Kay. And just, they're not very outlandish, bold, pigmented colors. As a teenager, the punk rock was on the scene. I love the bold colors. And but everybody made fun of me. So here I am. I'm 42, and I'm all depressed. I was in and out of the hospital for this, that, and the other thing. Every year I spent in the hospital at least once. And lost my insurance. I have thousands of dollars in hospital bills. And my daughter says, Mom, I looked on the computer, I saw this bold, this makeup I wanted, and she just developed a love for me in makeup again, and I started putting on the makeup, and they really just helped me, made me feel younger, made me feel better about myself, experimenting with bold colors, with all different types of things. But the truth is, no matter how beautiful you are on the outside, if you're ugly on the inside, you're ugly. That shows. I've met women who could be beautiful, but they're really big. It starts with a B. And who wants to be around that type of a person? And I've met women who are just really, really unattractive in every way, in their face anyway. And yet their inside produce such a beauty that person to me was so beautiful. I loved being around that person. I just found that person to be one of the most beautiful women in the world. So, ladies, I just want to challenge you, those of you who watch, who are into the Two Big Women on a Couch, or even in the YouTube world. I would like to challenge you to just take inventory of yourself. Let's forget about everything you don't like about yourself, because, we all don't like a lot of things about ourselves. But just write down the things that you see in you that are good. Write down everything. Just look inside yourself and write down all the good that you see inside of yourself. And then I want you to just look at it and think about it, because I bet you it far outweighs the stuff you don't like about yourself. So anyway, that's a beauty challenge that I have for you. Two Big Women on a Couch are holding a contest about it. So just remember, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. When I walk in the street, they see my fat and they go, ugh. I don't care. I am beautiful. Not because I know how to put on makeup, even though that does make me feel better. I'm beautiful because I'm beautiful on the inside. People are attracted to me, those people who know me, not because I can put on makeup, because I live in the South and they think I'm crazy but because of what's on the inside. And it took me a while to figure that out. Why are these people so drawn to me? Because of what's on the inside. I don't have many friends right now. I never had that many friends since I moved here. I'm talking about like people when I went to church and stuff like that. But they're drawn to me because of what's in here. So ladies, take stock in yourself. Write down all the good about yourself. Never mind what anybody else says about you. But love yourself because you are beautiful. Love you all. Bye.